Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Michael's Corner. Before we get on with the subject of today's show, I have a COVID 19 update for you guys. Now, I've been continuing my research into COVID 19 as per the show that I had done previously about COVID 19, and I discovered two different vaccines that I didn't cover in the last show, so I'm planning to address them right now. Now, the first one that I didn't mention last time was AstraZeneca has a product that's also a vaccine versus the COVID, and it is 70% effective. There is also a new one from Novavax, which is 90% effective, and this is the one that is a little bit better against the different variants. The only other thing that there's currently is I did find out that the vaccines are only good for approximately 6 months, but there's no data that confirms that they'll last any longer than 6 months to make sure of that. But this is information I found, and I felt that I needed to share this with you guys. Now, on with the show. Okay, on with the show. But before we go on, uh, if you guys like the content that I'm presenting to you guys, if you like the way my show is going and it's a show that you'd like to support, please like, subscribe, and share it with other people who may be interested in this type of show. Now, today's show is about employment versus unemployment. That is the question. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing because the stats for the employment has changed a whole lot over the last couple of weeks, especially since the vaccines for the COVID-19 have come out. Now, we'll start with the five industries that are, blowing up, so to speak, that are looking to hire a lot of people, and then we'll move on to some unemployment stats. Now, first of all, the five industries in order that are looking for people that are working overtime, let's just say, to keep up with demand. Now, the first industry I'm going to talk about, the first one is healthcare. Now, that's a pretty obvious one. I mean, even during COVID-19, this was a pretty busy one because, we need nurses and doctors, and we need people to take care of the people that are, sick, of course. And so a lot of people, especially in career changing, which I'll talk about in a little while, uh, are going to nursing school because all of a sudden there was a big demand for nurses, due to this pandemic. Now, the second industry was technology. Now, this one doesn't surprise me for a couple of reasons. First of all, with everybody going online and ordering different stores, a lot of stores who haven't had a serious online presence have adapted for the circumstances. There's a lot of people working from home, and so they're going online and on the internet a lot. So a lot of these technology companies are helping, build up, internet networks. They're trying to do software for some of these new companies. There's also a lot of things being developed for people to work from home. So that's becoming, and might be becoming, a new normal for our country. Now, the third thing, which is actually surprising but not so surprising, is cannabis. Believe it or not, marijuana. People are hiring all over the country since marijuana has become legal. They need help to run the stores, the business, and everything. So that's kind of an interesting one, but that's up there, believe it or not. The other one is logistics and transportation. Now, this is another one that didn't surprise me. This doesn't surprise me because there's a big demand for truck drivers now because a lot of goods and services, they're being transferred all over the place. People are ordering from home now, and companies have to adapt for that, and so they're trying to get out more product for people to buy. And so truck companies and the logistics, like the people who direct the truck drivers, maintain the truck drivers, truck stops, this sort of thing is becoming an extremely important job for a lot of people because there's a shortage there. Now, the fourth one is construction, or the fifth one, I should say, is construction and real estate. Now, this was kind of a surprise, but maybe not so much, because now that the COVID-19 is over, there's a lot of construction. You could drive around your neighborhood. There's a lot of road work being done. There's people building houses. The real estate industry is experiencing a bit of a boom because people are selling houses, or maybe they move into a different area, so they're buying houses. So this is kind of one of those things that, seems to be kind of important. Now, on the downside of all of this, okay, our unemployment is a little higher than normal. We have 19 million people that are out of work right now. And of course, a lot of it's because of COVID, because a lot of companies couldn't compete, because they had to close their doors, because COVID-19 prevented people from coming into their business. Now, this is most definitely felt in the restaurant industry, service industry, like tourism, things like that. These are the people that have really felt this stuff. Now, there's a lot of things that can be done with this. See, what a lot of people are doing is, because of the unemployment and losing their jobs, have decided to look into different career options. Now, my opinion is this is a great time, if any, to actually change your career if you want to change in your life. Like if you're not happy with the career that you just got laid off from, or because of the COVID-19, this is a great opportunity. I'm expecting the educational industries to experience a boom in enrollment as people want to change their careers and go into a different field. So that's kind of the plus side to that. The negative side is for those people who are not going back to school, who are trying to survive. The unemployment at this point is they're starting to eliminate the COVID-19 bonuses, and so for a while there, unemployment was helping people survive, and that was kind of that kind of helped a lot of people, and I know personally a lot of people who it was helping. But with them taking away the COVID-19 bonus, all of a sudden unemployment is not a good option. There's some people that are just simply not finding jobs because they're not qualified, and so unemployment is the only thing they have that they can go. Now, on another thing, as far as employment is going, it's really very much an employee market right now, because businesses have to work really hard to first of all, keep the people they already have working for them, and then hiring new people to fill the blanks of the people that either came down with the COVID-19 or left for other jobs. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing because, it's making them work harder to keep their employees. Whether it is a pay raise, whether it's offering better benefits, whether it's offering options to work from home, things of this nature. It's very much an employee market right now. So if you're looking for a good job, they're out there. Right now, it's mostly service jobs, plus the industries that I suggested, because some restaurants are starting to reopen their doors. So I highly encourage people to, find something that works for you, or change your career, do something, because the unemployment is about to run out, the COVID-19 bonus for it. And then it's going to be really hard to pay your bills and everything. Now, that's my soapbox for today, guys. I just wanted to kind of give you an update on what's been going on. A lot of things have been changing, but hopefully it's for the better. See you guys in the next section. Welcome to the questions and answers section of Michael's Corner. Now, my question for today is, how have you been affected by the COVID-19 as far as employment and employment goes? Are you employed? Are you underemployed? Are you unemployed? If you're employed, are you happy with the job you're in? Or are you looking to change your careers, getting training in something else? If you're unemployed, how is it affecting your ability to survive and pay your bills? Also, as a side note, I'm just curious about if you guys have a show that you would like me to do, or a topic you want me to cover, please let me know. As I'm getting ready to do the next couple of episodes, and I'm looking for really cool ideas and things that I can talk about that would inform you guys and entertain you guys, and where I can hopefully get some facts for you guys. Okay. Besides that, I really have nothing else for today. I don't have any questions from you guys to answer for the day. But like always, if you need me to answer a question for you, or if you want to learn something more about anything I covered today, just leave me a comment, and I answer all my comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Now, I'm just going to go to the last section and finish off the day. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome to my final thoughts. Now my thoughts for today is the job market is constantly changing. Unemployment is becoming less and less of a viable option for people. There's a lot of people that want to change their careers and everything. So we'd have to just really pay attention to what's going on right now because everything's changing. It's like changing on a weekly basis. It's very hard to keep up on who's hiring and who's not hiring. So I just tell you guys, just really look carefully, might be mindful of what's changing. It's kind of hard to keep track of a lot of it, but right now with the COVID-19 over and people getting back to work, there's a lot more possibilities available for you. Now we'll just leave it at that. Now, what we talked about today in review is we talked about the two new vaccines that I've learned about, which was the AstraZeneca one, the Novavax one, and the fact that we have a limited time period for how effective the vaccines we have are. The other thing we talked about was the industries that are looking for people right now, that are trying to hire new workers to fill their demand. And the other thing we talked about, the final thing we talked about, was how unemployment has changed and how it's affecting a lot of people. Now, if there's any questions, just let me know in the comments. If I covered everything you wanted, if there's something else you need me to talk about as far as this subject is concerned, let me know. Now, next week, I'm going to do a show about inflation because I don't know if you've all noticed, but a lot of the prices have gone up all over the place right now. So I think this is a good time for me to do something on inflation. With that in mind, I'm going to say be safe, be careful, be open-minded, and I'll see you in my next show. Have a great day, guys.